Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. We have got this year's new boat fully rigged, ready to roll. We got the decals on. We're going to be heading down to Texas here in a couple of days. So we're cutting it a little close. I'm actually really happy I did not sign up for Division 1 of the Opens because that event was a couple of weeks ago and I don't know what I would have done. I definitely would not have had a fully rigged boat in terms of wrap and decals for all my sponsors, but I probably would have been able to fish it with this boat because we did get it fully rigged and put together. Ryan over at 5 Star Sonar and Rigging did a phenomenal job. So I want to walk you through it. The boat, a 2025 Skeeter, this thing is an amazing boat. I'm really excited to get this out on the water. I've been running Skeeters my entire career. I've never owned a different boat. My first one was a 2003 TZX 190 with a 175 Yami HPDI on it. That boat wanted to go to the moon. It was such a fun little boat. But I've been with Skeeter now since my first boat, 2003, so 22 years. I don't know how many of them I've owned at this point. I absolutely love them. Phenomenal fishing machine, so I'm going to walk you through it. Garage is an absolute mess, guys. Don't... we're having a little bit of work and construction done on the house, and because it's the winter, we can't leave the materials outside, so the garage is just full of all of the different materials, so don't hate me for that. So here's the boat. Let me step over here, see if we can get a better look. So there's the boat, and I'll be giving you guys updates throughout the season and showing you more, but it's the FXR 20. As you can see, we've got the Yamaha on the back again, the SHO VMAX, the 250 on the back. We've got our power pole. We went with 10-foot blades this year. First time I've had 10-footers. It's the one pump system, so I'm really excited for that. It does several really nice things. Let's see, I've got it on the other side. Let me zoom in for you. So we've got the one pump right there in the center. Both of the poles connected to just that, so no longer need two separate pumps. Everything goes through that, which is going to be really nice. We actually have the nice matte black color, which matches the matte black of the boat, of course with the Bridgeford wrap. And then this year, as we've talked about, we got a few changes in the back. We're going with the Pro Guide batteries. Pro Guide is a sponsor for this year. So we're running two 36 volt 50 amp lithium batteries for my trolling motors, and then I've got two Pro Guide 31 AGMs running in parallel for all the electronics and the starting motor. This has been a setup that I've had extremely good success with over the years. Don't want to change it. If it's not broken, don't fix it. You can see we've got our power pole charge system, which is hooked up and it's going to keep the batteries all fully charged. One of the really nice things with respect to that charge, if you're not familiar with it, it actually charges the batteries while I'm out on the water. So every time I'm running the big motor, takes some power from that, trickles it over. Couple other things, you know, that basically Ryan did for me. I mean, he just rigged this thing up so clean, but we're running a bunch of different breakers. We've got a bunch of different full power cutoffs over on the side there. So I've got the electronics on their own cutoff, main engine on their own cutoff. The Skeeter, it's such a clean, accessible boat to work on in the back, especially having the split lid. So if you just need to get to one side, really, really nice setup that they changed a couple of years ago. But that's the power source right there, guys. That's the workhorse of the boat. If we come up front, so I don't have the electronics on, but we're running two Lowrance HDS 12 lives up on the front again. I've got my tennis balls, which I put on there to keep the tarp from ripping. Potentially, it's just a safety measure, but we're going to have our two HDS 12 lives. We've got those just put onto Skeeter, actually built in a special mount so you can stack them really tight and close. So I'm excited to be using that this year. We've got our Lowrance Ghost trolling motor, which has been a workhorse for me over the years. And then we've got the Active Target 2 mounted up. We know that's going to come in handy this year, and I actually went with a little different mount. This is the 0 degree mount, so I'm excited to try that. I know a lot of the guys have been using that. Makes the ability to switch different degrees, really easy. And with all the different requirements now this year, in pretty much all the major tournaments, having the ability to switch from, say, perspective to forward is really nice, because in the past guys were running 2 different mounts and 2 different transducers, and we can't do that now. And then back here on the dash, we'll be running 2 more HDS 12s side to side like we've had. The Skeeter this year has come up with a whole new panel. I haven't even pulled let's pull that off so you guys can see. But it's a whole different setup. Everything a touch screen, everything, the whole boat goes through right here. So whether you're talking about your different media sources, your engine, your settings, it's all touchstone, which is going to be a little bit of a learning curve. I still need to play around with it all, but I'm excited to have that. It's just one of those things. It's nice having everything kind of in one location. So we've got that. So that removes a lot of the different gauges. We're still running a hydraulic jack plate on the back. We got our trim. We've got the C deck. It's not carpeting, I guess, but it's like the rubber matting in the back. And then we've just got, you know, our standard deck. Let's see if I can get that open for you. So the Skeeter comes with removable trays with all the different cases in there. You get a net with it, a bunch of things. Like, I still have not fully loaded the boat. I have no tackle in it. Those are the trays that just come with it. This is one of my favorite pieces, is the day box. This is just something that I've got all of my different tackle in that I use on a daily basis for easy access, so I don't have to be digging everything out. And then you've got your different rod storage boxes and just storage on each side. You can see I've still got my seats in there, but pretty traditional just in terms of that. We got our padding on our front deck for long days standing on the water. But yeah, the boat is looking good. Got it all wrapped up, trailers wrapped up. So if you're looking for a boat, this will be available at the end of this year. And you guys know I generally have pretty low hours on my boats. Big reason is because of that little guy over there. I like to use the little tin boat just for running around the house a lot of times, so I'm not putting wear and tear on this guy. But coming together nicely, excited to get the season started. Appreciate all the different sponsors that are on board. Everybody's on board from the last several years again. Well, I'm going to start getting some tackle ready here in the basement bait shop to take up to the boat. I'll give you guys a much better walkthrough and let you see what the full boat looks like when I can pull it out of the garage. Right now we've got some snow on the ground. It's just cold. It'll be easier once I'm down in Texas to give you like a full view of what the boat looks like. But in the meantime, I don't have much time, so I got to get all the tackle, all my rods and reels and everything rigged and ready to roll south. I'm going to try to do a lot of content for you guys while I'm traveling. So probably some practice recap type stuff, maybe even some on the water practice videos. I'm going to try to do some tournament recap videos again, maybe even some house stuff with the other guys. You know, I'm rooming with both Pangrac and Berghoff, so they've got channels as well. And we'll be putting stuff probably all over the place. But it should be a fun, exciting year. I'm ready to get south, start fishing, get away from the ice that we have up here. Hopefully we start the year off with a really good note down at Sam Rayburn, and we can just start the year rolling and move on. But I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you again for all your support. Thank you for just following along on the channel. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do that. That would be very helpful. And all right, I got a lot of unboxing I got to do and a lot of loading, so I'm going to let you go. Thanks again for watching.